Okay, we're recording. Yeah, recording
We're
there.
recording, all
We're
right.
recording there.
All right. Hey, welcome.
Welcome, Ryan, to the worst.
Oh wait, no. Now we're recording.
Okay, either way, welcome. Welcome to the worst of the best podcast. We are on the road. We're doing a road trip.
We are on the road. We're on our way to Metallica. Ruben, are you driving the car right now?
No, we're parked. because
Okay.
We're at a ferry terminal. We live on Vancouver Island, and we're going to Vancouver.
Yeah, I'm really excited. We're going to see Metallica. This is our road trip series special episode.
Yeah, while we're talking, you might hear cars, might hear
Seagulls,
seagulls, and
people telling us to stop talking in our car.
yeah. Anyways, so we are doing, because we're on a road trip, we're gonna do 15 road trip movies.
So we didn't choose.
We did not.
Critics and fans rated these films. So this is not by box office. Today's list was garnered by the Fresh scale from Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. So that means critics and audiences like say this is certified fresh. So the lowest score on here is 83%. Everything up is, well, it's up from there.
That's right. So these are road trip type movies that deal with some sort of road trip.
Yeah.
So we'll start off with rated at 83%. I'm a little surprised this one's the lowest of the ratings right away. It was
I know.
Thelma and Louise.
Thelma and Louise.
Have you seen this movie, Ruben?
Yeah, of course. I saw it when it came out.
This is the one with Brad Pitt.
Oh, yeah.
Shirtless Brad Pitt.
Oh, shirtless Brad.
How many movies has he not been shirtless in? I think that would be, we should probably do the worst shirtless movie of Brad Pitt. Oh, see you here.
Yeah, we don't need to worry about that. They're talking about going to Pender Island. We're not going to Pender Island. We're going to Vancouver.
All right, so Thelma and Louise, fun road trip movie.
What would you give that? I think 84% is
I think 84% is a fair rating, but seeing some of the ratings of these other films, I think in relation to the other films, I find it rated low. But we'll get to that.
Do you think Thelma and Louise would be as memorable as it was if they didn't jump off the cliff or drive off the cliff?
Yes, spoiler alert.
Oh, please.
Tony Scott directed that film, the brother of Ridley Scott, the famous Alien director in other films.
Oh.
He also directed Top Gun. Well, that's a very long announcement. This is just a ferry terminal. They're acting like this is like, London Airport or something.
Well, I believe it's the largest ferry terminal in the world.
Is it really?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. So it came out in 1991. Shirtless Brad Pitt. The two women drive off a cliff at the end. That's the whole movie.
So 26 years ago, speaking of 1991, that's when we saw Metallica.
For the first time.
For the first time. We're wearing our Metallica shirts.
1991.
1991.
All right. So 2004, rated at 84%, is...
The Motorcycle Diaries.
I didn't know motorcycles kept a diary.
You see, they don't, Ryan. It was the...
Have you seen this movie?
Yeah, I loved it. Loved it.
Yeah, it was a good movie. So this is about a feckless young Ernesto Guevara and his skirt-chasing buddy Alberto.
He was feckless, all right.
And they set out across South America by motorcycle, seeking to experience the open road before starting work at a leper colony in Peru.
As we all do. As we all do.
So Ruben and I started off this road trip at a leper colony in downtown Victoria. As we always do before our road trips.
As we always do. I like the movie. It's based on a true story. One of the guys turns out to be
Che Guevara.
Yeah.
Which, of course, is exactly what the original experience would be.
That's what people say. Anyways, it's a good movie. If you like Motorcycle Diary type of stuff, or if you like the show The Long Way Around with Ewan McGregor and Charlie Bowman.
Was his name's Chet?
No. Anyways, if you like road trip, but a real one, it's a documentary, I guess you could say, I would recommend watching Motorcycle Diaries, and I also recommend The Long Way Around, Ewan McGregor. It's fantastic.
Thank you for the recommendation.
You watched it though, haven't you?
I have seen The Long Way Around with Ewan McGregor documentary. It's really good. I think it's on... I gotta slow down when I talk. I talk so fast.
Yeah, slow down, brother.
Sorry. Well, this 20-minute timeline we put on the show stresses me out. And I talk really fast.
Talking about the 20 minutes, is this going to make it less time?
All right, so number 3 at 85% fresh. The Blues Brothers, released in 1980.
Never seen it.
Never seen that either.
I've never caught the Blues Brothers fever.
No, it came out when I was 5 years old, and it came out when you were 3, which doesn't really matter, but it gives you an idea that we were children when this came out, and so it might have been fun amongst adults and stoners and college kids, but I just never got into it when I became a teenager.
Yeah. But even though the next movie at 87% came out when we were even younger than that, Ryan, at 4 and 2,
But it was a kids movie.
the Muppet movie.
The Muppet movie, that's right.
I love the Muppets. Love the Muppets my whole life.
So, yeah, the Muppet movie was great. We saw it, if we didn't see it in the theaters, I think we saw other ones in the theater. But the original one, it definitely has a different feel than the other ones. It's a little bit darker, a little bit more... It's kid-friendly, but it's not as cartoony as later sequels.
I like the danger feeling involved. When you're watching a movie, you want to feel like, are things going to go right? I don't know. Keeps you watching.
Did we want to say anything else about the Blues Brothers? It came out with a sequel, 2000, called The Blues Brothers 2000.
I never saw that either.
And Jim Belushi replaced his brother John after his death. Because the first one had John Belushi, and he had passed away, and Blues Brothers 2000 came out, and Jim replaced his brother. I don't know if he replaced it.
Jim Belushi has a reputation of being a horrible person.
Well, good for him.
Yeah.
So he's the worst of the best Belushi brothers? All right, at 89%. Released
So this 89%.
89%.
So this is already like a full, what, 5% more than Thelma and Louise?
That's right. This is Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure is tied at 89%.
No, with another movie that we haven't talked about yet.
I know, but we can say what it's tied
sure.
at. Well, no?
Oh, so Pee-wee's Big Adventure is at 89% fresh rating,
Yeah.
and it's tied with...
Easy Rider.
It's amazing. It's amazing that...
The enjoyment level, critics
And fans.
and fans alike say, yes, Easy Rider is just as enjoyable as Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
It's crazy. So to give you an idea of the difference in film, Pee-wee's Big Adventure is, after refusing to sell his beloved bike to his neighbor Francis, Pee-wee discovers that it's been mysteriously stolen and sets off on a long, perilous journey to recover it. Easy Rider is flush with the proceeds after selling a bunch of cocaine to their connection, freewheeling Wyatt and Billy and head out to Los Angeles on their motorcycles, hoping to make it in New Orleans in time for Mardi Gras.
Pretty much the same movie.
Really, it's the same movie. That's true.
That's why the same rating. But 1% better than that is 1% better.
1% better than Pee-wee's Big Adventure is Rain Man.
Rain Man. Oscar-winning nominated film. Great movie. Dustin Hoffman does a great performance.
Tom Cruise. And full-on Tom Cruise. This is Tom Cruise and full-on Tom.
Yeah. If Tom Cruise was going to star in a movie about himself,
it'd be about right. It'd be
the guy that has all the answers, quick thinking. He's got things on the go, ready to go, and he's going to run during the movie. And he's going to clench his cheeks where you see the little muscles flex. It's in every Tom Cruise movie. A little fun fact for you there.
And Rain Man's a great movie, by the way.
It is.
I've tried counting toothpicks off the floor. Not as good as Rain Man.
And again, it's 1% better than Pee-wee's Big Adventure, according to people.
It should be noted that Dustin Hoffman actually based his character off of Pee-wee.
All right, what's 1% better than Rain Man?
Well, 1% better than Rain Man is Little Miss Sunshine, released in 2006.
I gotta say, I really enjoyed Little Miss Sunshine. 1% better than Rain Man?
It was loved by critics.
I know.
It's what they call a critic's darling.
I enjoyed the movie.
I watched it.
All right, moving forward.
So, at 91% as well, released in 2006 as well.
So it's tied as Little Miss Sunshine.
A lot of it. We're gonna roll down the window.
Yeah, it's getting hot. We got traffic from another ferry coming off.
We're gonna power through it.
This is ambiance, guys.
We're gonna project our
so
voices.
So what's tied with Little Miss Sunshine?
So tied for freshness at 91% with Little Miss Sunshine is Borat.
Go on.
Borat: Cultural Learnings of America from Make Benefit Glorious Nation of Kazakhstan, 2006. This is a mockumentary, of course.
Is it though?
It's Sacha Baron Cohen. He travels to the United States to make a documentary for the folks back home, and he comes captivated by the sight of Pamela Anderson and heads across the country to make her his wife. Sexy time, high fives. Have you seen this, Ruben?
I've seen so many clips on TV things. There are so many people commenting on it. I haven't seen it, but I've seen like enough that I've seen enough.
That's what I feel like Blues Brothers.
Like you got the idea.
Yeah, I got the idea, and I haven't seen this either. But it's
Now I thought, kind of for fun, we would talk about the parental guidance for Borat,
sure
because you need to know. Hey,
just some of it. It's too long to read all of it.
well,
It's too long to read all of it. You're gonna read all of it.
I'm not gonna read all of it.
Okay, all right.
I just thought maybe we could just scan
Sure.
and just so you have an idea, just in case you thought, hey, maybe we're gonna watch this with the
Yeah,
family.
it's not a family movie
My parents are coming over. Maybe we'll watch it with them.
because it's rated 91% fresh. So you think, oh, everyone will enjoy this. It's not fun for the whole family. It's probably fun for like-minded individuals as yourself. Put it that way.
Yeah. So two nude men fight each other.
Yep.
That's one.
It's
There's one-
crude humor throughout.
Okay. All right. Violence. Apparently, there's more violence and gore.
8 out of 10 for violence.
We see a bare severed head in a refrigerator.
Nice.
Yeah.
A man blames 9/11 on the Jews, so they sure like to throw in some fun little jokes there.
People line the street to watch the running of the Jews.
Yeah.
Oh, good,
So-
good comedy. This is again at 91%.
91% fresh rate. I know there's people listening and saying they get it. That's fine. I'm not judging them. I'm just
saying,
we're just reading
reading it.
We're reading what the parental guide is. This is like literally 3 pages long. We can't read the whole thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of profanity. Not very much alcohol and drugs used, so that's good.
You know, it's for the kids, right?
Yeah.
It's about learning.
A man is introduced as being an abortionist.
For profanity, there's 18 F words,
Okay.
9 S words, 6 A words, 3 H words, 2 D words,
Yeah.
2 C words, 1 B word, and some insulting remarks against Jews and gypsies.
Oh, and never insult the gypsies. They'll curse you.
That's probably the story of my life. Moving on
Alright,
from
so,
Borat.
yeah, if you want to Google Borat, you can see all the stuff that made it 91% fresh.
Yeah.
So at 92% fresh, and these two are tied. So we have, this is a foreign film released in 2001 by the same people that brought you the Motorcycle Diaries, almost the same actors.
Oh, really?
Yeah. E2 Mama Tambian. It's a pair of friends who share a coming-of-age adventure in the late 1990s Mexico with the cousin's estranged wife and their girlfriends leave town.
And apparently it's easily one of the sexiest and funniest films about class struggle ever
Yeah.
made. I like how they have that qualification. Like it's one of the sexiest and funniest about class struggle.
Yes, if you're looking for a good comedy about class struggle, this is your
And you
film.
need it to be sexy.
And it's sexy. I tell you, class struggle, if there's anything that screams sex and comedy, it's class struggle.
It is class struggle, yeah. And it's tied with The Grandma. Also one of the sexiest films ever.
This was released in 2015. 92%. It stars a teenager, Julia Garner, and her grandmother,
She's a good actress.
Lily Tomlin. They hit the road together, the former seeking money to pay for an abortion, and the latter grieving the recent death of her long-term partner. Oh, it's not a comedy.
92%.
92%. But they really just...
They get your heartstrings.
They pick topics, you know.
Oh my gosh.
You know, let's...
It's a story that had to be told.
Yeah, it's a story that had... Well, Grandma is a small film, but one of the huge things to say about the meaning of family and the value of living on one's own terms. That's one of the bylines there. So,
I have so much to say. I'm not going to say any of it. Enough time on Grandma.
Grandma tied with E2 Mama Tambien, 92%. We're going to start moving the car here. Stand by.
I'm driving. I'm focused on driving Ryan.
Ruben's focused on driving. Okay. So 93%. National Lampoon's Vacation.
I love it. You remember watching that in the theater with the fam?
We saw the Christmas Vacation one. We didn't see this one.
Oh, yeah,
We
right.
may have seen this one. I was 8 years old when this came out.
I would love it if the car in front of me started moving. Thanks.
We saw this one. We saw Christmas Vacation in the theaters room.
Loved it. Yeah. Well, I know that we probably saw it on VHS. We probably had to rent the VHS machine.
What I love about this film, not senseless, I guess. There's a gratuitous nudity shot of Chevy Chase's wife, the mother, in the shower.
I don't
He
remember.
opens up the shower curtain and she just, ooh! And I remember being a kid thinking, oh yeah, what do we got here? Yeah, it's there. It's really kind of a harmless film in many ways regarding sex and nudity, but there's just a topless shot of the actress at the beginning.
I've blocked that from my memory.
Well, you can always revisit it. All right, a 96% fresh rating is Midnight Run with Robert De Niro and Charles Grodin, star of the Beethoven movies.
I've never seen it.
I've never seen it either. 96% fresh rating, Midnight Run.
Crazy.
All right.
This is probably the first podcast ever recorded while people are traveling onto a ferry boat.
That's right. Hey, we are making history, Ruben.
At least about road trip movies.
We're literally driving our car onto a ferry boat while we're recording this podcast. I think history's being made.
Somehow we got stopped.
That's okay. We are still going to drive onto that boat.
We're going to go the distance.
Wrong podcast, but still, we'll go the distance. Okay, so tied with Midnight Run, that was released in 1988, is Sideways.
I saw Sideways.
So did I. This was released in 2004.
I remember enjoying it, but I don't remember it.
Agreed.
Like, I remember one scene, a man running naked down a road, and I thought, huh.
Oh, nice.
Wasn't
that Old School with Will Ferrell?
I love that movie.
We're streaking! Come on, everybody!
Everybody goes by himself.
Yeah. All right. Well, the last one on the list, Ruben, and I guess no road trip movie made it 100%.
Yeah.
So the last one on the list is It Happened One Night, released in 1934. 1934, 98% fresh rating.
Is it really that good?
Hey, if you've ever watched a romantic comedy,
I have.
where the main characters start hating each other,
Uh-huh.
only to slowly realize that they're falling in love,
Every film.
you've seen the far-reaching effects of the hugely influential It Happened One Night, in which Frank Capra brings his lightest touch to the... So this is the film that started it all.
Well, can't you say that about any film that started it all?
This is the film that started it all.
Okay. Well, I've never seen it. So out of the ones, let's do this by two categories, Ryan.
Okay.
Of all them, because we got a little time. Of the movies that you haven't seen.
I know, but I want to get to the lunch line. I want to get a good spot on the lunch line.
Okay, we've got 2 seconds. Of all the movies that you haven't seen,
Right.
which one's the worst one?
The ones that I haven't seen, I think the worst one,
For me, it's The Grandma.
I'm going with Grandma 2. Grandma, you're the worst of the best road trip movies that we have not seen.
We have not seen. Okay, and the ones that we have seen, which one's the worst?
For me, it's Little Miss Sunshine.
Me too, and I enjoyed it. But you didn't enjoy it at all?
I don't like it when they're telling me it's an artsy-fartsy movie, and it is, and it's all the things that it says it's a critical darling, and it is, and I'm just like, okay, I get it.
Yeah. It does ruin it for it. All right, Little Miss Sunshine and Grandma. What was my pick?
You said we agree.
Yeah.
Little Miss Sunshine.
You're the worst.
You're the worst of the best. Remember, in front of every silver lining, there is a cloud. Till next time, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.